All right, guys, welcome back. This is another episode of the Alleged Podcast. The
Hello.
sad episode. Sad show, really.
Yeah, very sad. Very depressing. We're not going to lighten your day up at all.
No, we're not. Well, less and less people have been coming back each week, so.
Yeah, very disappointing, guys. Come on.
Let's start there. So, I blame Zach.
You blame me?
I do.
I kind of blame myself, too.
I ran some numbers. We'll go over that later, but,
I feel like... Oh, my God. I thought that... Okay, never mind. I thought it was somebody else. Thought it was Hashem for a minute. I'm like... Anyways, what was I going to say? I feel like, in a sense, it's kind of my fault because, like, I'm not, like, super enthusiastic with the post like I used to be. I mean, the other day I put Shazam, so long Shazam, but then iTunes and SoundCloud and YouTube. That was our Facebook post.
And with that, that's where we introduce our new social media manager because Zach sucks.
I'm still doing the Facebook stuff though, right?
No,
What?
You're fired.
No, fuck that. I still want to do the Facebook.
No, you're fired.
No.
Yeah.
No. I still want to do the Facebook.
I have taken you down as an admin.
I'm still doing the Facebook.
You can have partial.
Well, I still need to make posts though about the movie. I still need to do that.
That's fine.
Yeah. If she wants to do the podcast stuff, that's fine.
That's what she's doing.
Okay, then yeah, no, that's cool.
What else do we have right now?
The movie.
Okay. And she doesn't know anything about that.
She can also, I mean, oh yeah, by the way, I don't know, did we even mention the Browns thing? The thing that we're doing?
No.
No? Do you want me to say it now or wait till later?
Wait till later.
Okay. Anyways, okay, fine. She can do all the podcast upload stuff then, yeah.
Yeah, because Zach and I are very incompetent with this social media thing. We have decided to bring on a new social media manager. I really didn't think I was going to bring this up till later, but since you decided to say how bad you are, I thought it would be a good place to introduce our. She's not here right now, but
we'll have her on eventually. So we've been trying.
We've had her on before. She's no stranger really. She's my girlfriend. And we were having a conversation. Humna is her name, if you don't remember. We were having a conversation yesterday, and she was like, Are you guys doing this because you really want me there, or is this just a little biased because I'm your girlfriend? I was like, both.
Yeah.
I was like, we really do because you've been trying to help us for much longer than that. But, yeah, I'm sure there's a little bias because you are my girlfriend. But, I mean, you still have talent that we want and skills that we want. So, and she's done this before. She ran a whole newspaper class in high school through social media and online things like that. So she's done this before. It's not like we just grabbed a random person.
When we do make a new like photo for the podcast, which I don't know when the fuck that'll be, but
she really wants to do that.
Yeah, we'll totally make her like the head of that. But I mean, I have an image in my head, but if she wants to do something different, we can always collaborate and change, you know.
Well, this was your image, and she doesn't like it, so I'm sure she won't like it.
I like it though. I like her image. I think it's cool.
I just went along with it because I'm not creative enough.
You don't like it though?
It's fine.
I like it. I think it was
It's
cool.
fine for a first time try.
The reason why I like it, it looks like I don't know. It looks weird, and I just like that. I don't know.
It looks fine for a first time try. If you saw how we did it, it would be a pretty big accomplishment.
I'm sure a lot of people who know everything about like Photoshop, like if they were there that day, not helping us out, they would be like internally they would be burning up and dying.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Just be pissed at
Not
us.
even just the Photoshop part, the whole setup that we had in your garage.
Did we
when it was really cold.
Did we do the picture before we started the pot? Yeah, we did do the picture. Yeah.
We had to.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that. Yeah. That's weird.
We can't start it without one.
Yeah. No, that's weird. It just feels so long. I barely even remember that day.
It was, how do you not? I remember
that whole
it, but process.
Like, there's little bits of it that are just kind of.
I remember standing in your garage without a jacket
without
freezing
heat.
my nipples off.
Well, it wasn't as bad until we went in there the second time.
And I remember saying, Zach, I remember thinking, Zach, we need to do this before my nipples get too hard, and it's like really, really seeable in the background. But a little inside, Humna's wearing the shirt right now that I was wearing in that photo.
Hey.
She's in Indiana right now, doing some orientation stuff for school, and that's why she couldn't be on today.
Oh, all right.
'Cause
maybe next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think we've been promising her appearance for like the last year.
One of these weeks.
One of these weeks, yeah. And we're doing the podcast today on a Thursday because my dad and I are gonna hang out this weekend. I haven't seen him in a while, so this whole weekend I'm not available.
So yeah, that's our new social media manager. Expect social media posts to go up a lot because I know I was only doing Twitter and Instagram once a week when we'd post the podcast.
Didn't you do the buffer though on Facebook too?
Yeah, but that was still only once a week. And so follow us Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Alleged Network.
Yeah, at the Alleged Network, whatever. Yeah.
Because she's running it. So, with that, I want to show you some Instagram posts that she recently posted.
Are you going to show these pictures on the YouTube video?
Might
as well.
No,
you know
actually, I'll let them go to the Instagram page.
Okay, yeah, link it then.
I'll link it. You can go to the Instagram page, Alleged Network is the name. She did these last night, and I thought they were great.
Here we go.
We'll start with...
I'm not going to lie to you. That picture of you in the top right, I honestly didn't think that was you for a minute.
Really?
I honestly thought, is that somebody else?
Okay, so here's the first one.
Hey, look at that.
Check out our new website run by our newest member, and she links herself. Ice_Redblood is her name. Go follow her too. Hashtag podcast, hashtag website, hashtag keep it interesting.
Yeah. Do you want me to describe the picture at all or no?
It's just our
it's just our picture, just in black and white.
It's our podcast picture, black and white. And then she has a setup picture that we took a while back.
We took this a long time ago.
Yeah.
This is like I think this was like a week or two before we actually bought these stands, I think.
Yeah. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
And so that one's not as interesting. I want to get to the profiles that she does of all of us.
Oh, she does profiles. Oh shit.
This one is of me.
Which I didn't think was you at first.
I'll read it. Meet Tyler Castro, one of the main voices of the Alleged Podcast. He's been known to be a sit and observe kind of guy, but when it comes to researching topics for the podcast, he's got a bazillion ideas. Hashtag podcast. Hashtag bright guy. Hashtag non-stop talking. Hashtag current topics. Hashtag hot as hell.
Yeah. I could attest to that.
All right, that was me. Here's Zach.
Oh, she's my Facebook picture. All right, Alleged Network, meet Zach Dorr, the obnoxious voice, JK, on the Alleged Podcast. Friendly tip, don't bother trying to tell Zach stories. He's not only interrupt you, but will proceed to tell one of his stories that most likely won't have anything to do with what you're talking about, and try to remember every little detail as he tells you it. Hashtag podcast, hashtag this guy.
Hashtag dipshit.
I still like that picture though.
See,
picture.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I'm a fucking.
It looks like a fisheye photo.
Kinda a little bit.
Your face looks really rounded. It looks very centered.
I think because the camera was moving, like I had it in one hand.
Oh, I see.
So it probably wasn't like in focus too much, but I don't know. I dig it.
And let's meet Tom.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah. This is the only picture, as long as we've known Tom, the only picture I have of Tom.
This is the only picture the FBI can get of him.
Yeah, honestly. And they'd ask me for it, and they pay me for it, too. And every time someone asks me for this photo, I have to go to my contacts because it's my contact photo for him. And it says, meet shirtless Tom. It's an inside joke.
I thought I saw shirtless, but I stopped reading it.
Parenthesis, yes, I know he has a shirt on in this picture. I didn't want to burn your eyes with its nakedness. There's not much to look at, I'm sure. Who made it his mission to bring I'm Too Quiet to Talk, Tyler, and I Remember Useless Details to a Story, Zach, to give us all the alleged podcast. Hashtag podcast, hashtag shirtless Tom.
We got to get that going. As soon as we get this shit rolling, shirtless Tom.
Hashtag shirtless
Tom.
On a shirt.
Shirtless Tom. On a shirt, too. Yeah.
I feel like that's just going to be a black shirt with white letters.
Oh, I just realized now in his picture. Maybe I noticed before, but I noticed it again. He has my fucking guitar in his hand. I always forget that he has it in his picture.
Let's see, what was I? Oh, because I told her that Tom credits himself for making us friends.
Yeah.
Because of the Manuka trip we took way back.
Yeah.
And so he credits us for everything that we've done since.
Did we talk about?
Or he credits himself.
Did we talk about that whole thing?
I think we did a while ago. Basically, Tom invited you on a trip that I invited him on to go to my hometown in Manuka down south a little. Yeah. And ever since then, we've all been friends, and he credits himself for everything, and he thinks he should get partial credit for everything that we do now.
Which is not going to happen.
He's what a prick. And there is a soon-to-be new post about Black Steve.
Black Steve. Is she going to put hashtag Black Steve?
I did not tell her to do that. I didn't tell her to do that.
Well, no, this is really cool, though. I mean, well, do we have a picture of Phil at all?
No, we next time we see him.
Phil, if you're listening to this, we got to take a picture of you.
However you'd like it.
Gonna send us a picture of him in the bathtub with the UFC in the back.
And a toaster next to him.
And a toaster.
Yeah. He probably is one of those guys with a TV mounted in his bathroom.
I would totally fucking love that.
Are you gonna bring up the fight that's happening?
I wanna bring it up because I got so excited the other day when I saw that. I saw the post from Connor saying the fight is on or it's on or something like that.
I'm excited that it's a reality. I want to watch it, though.
Yeah.
I do want to watch it.
Off the top of your head, though, who do you think is gonna win?
Floyd Mayweather.
You think Floyd Mayweather? I was thinking that, too.
Did you see this post on Instagram?
Hold on, wait a minute. I got an anonymous calling me from Oak Lawn. Yeah, hello?
Yo, Zach, it's Tyrone. What's poppin'?
Who is this?
Tyrone.
Tyrone from Stag.
Bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Can you describe yourself?
Oh.
You played the guitar? You played the guitar. Like drum, you know?
Wait, I play the guitar.
Yes, you did. You played my friend. You played the guitar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. What about it?
You're very good.
Okay.
And you play the drums?
No. Do you want to play at my concert?
Wait, who is this? Can I ask who this is?
This is Tyrone from Stag.
Tyrone from Stag. Do you have a Do you have a Facebook?
Yes, my Facebook. I have Facebook.
What is your Facebook?
Tyrone Dorr.
Tyrone Dorr. What?
How do you spell Tyrone?
How do you spell Tyrone?
Tyrone.
Okay, and then how do you spell your last name? D-O-R-R?
Oh my God. T-O-O-R.
D-O-O-R, okay.
No. T-O-R.
Oh, D-O-R.
Yes.
All right, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see anything on here for Tyrone Dorr.
Dorr. It's Dorr, like the hammer Thor.
Oh, Thor.
Thor. Okay, my bad. Here, hold on. No, I still don't see anything.
T-H-R-O-R-R. Tyrone Dorr. Your name is Jack?
Yeah.
T-O-R-R.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were good buddies 2 years ago.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember. Tyrone.
You live in Phoenix, right?
What?
You live in Phoenix. I went to your house 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2. TWO.
Wait, you came to my house.
Yeah, we drummed on the guitars, bro. We rocked out.
I don't think we did. I don't think you're talking. I mean, you got my name right, but I don't know if you had the right person.
Is that Zach?
Yes, this is Zach.
Bro, we were in Papal class.
We were in.
Together.
You were in what?
Papal.
Oh, Pample. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
And
And
then it was falling out. You are a weave.
You are.
Glasses.
I
It's really dumb. Really stupid.
I honestly I don't know what you're talking about. I know Pample. I know you're talking about Pample, but I
That's Zach Dorr.
yes, this is Zach Dorr. Yes.
For the record, this was not planned at all. Zach decided to answer this call, and this is what's happening.
Wait, hold on. I still have.
You go to Moraine Valley, right?
I go to Moraine. Yes, I do.
Good job. Get an education.
Yeah, I know. I'm kicking ass right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, can you send me a friend request on Facebook so I can see it?
I don't have a Facebook.
You just told me you did.
No, I spelled my name for you. I don't have Facebook though.
Oh,
I'm 50 years old.
you're 60 years old.
Sí, abuelito.
I don't know.
You is really proud of me though.
You're 16 years old.
No, 50 boy.
50.
You're
50.
50.
50 years old.
Yeah, what's wrong with that, boy?
You sound like you're 3 years old.
Yeah.
Well, that's an insult.
It is an insult.
That is very much an insult.
Although
yes.
most people like to be younger, so it could be a compliment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I honestly don't know who this is. I'm gonna hang up.
Tyrone Smith. I am Tyrone Smith. I have black picture profile on my Facebook.
You just said you don't have a Facebook.
I make one right now.
Argo Community High School.
Wait, did you go to Argo?
No, that's my nephew, boy.
All right, I'm really sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm hanging up the phone.
I'm really sorry, but I'm a mad stripper.
Yeah, it says you're a male
Yeah.
stripper here.
Add me on Facebook, Tyrone Smith. I worked as a male stripper. I studied at Argo Community High School, and I live in Nicaragua. Hawaii.
So you travel from Nicaragua to Argo.
No, I go to Moraine.
You go to Moraine
You
now.
go to Moraine.
Do I have a brain?
For a sec, what if that was a person? I would
thought
have
I
blown my
heard.
fucking mind. I'm sorry. I gotta hang up on you. This is just too.
No, my best friend. Let's drink some wine.
Are you watching us right now, perhaps?
Let's smoke some cocaine. It's okay.
Oh, you smoke cocaine.
You smoke?
Can you smoke cocaine?
Yeah, you can put it in like tobacco.
Okay, we don't.
We all know you.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm hanging up on your ass. I don't know how you got my fuck. I don't know how you got my fucking number, but you're a crazy bitch. Goodbye. Somebody, I guarantee that was a prank call. There's no
Really?
There's no
Really?
way. Like I don't know
Really?
who the fuck. The only person I could have thought that was Mo's little sister.
That
Who-
didn't sound like a girl at all.
It didn't to you?
No, I thought it was, like I said, it sounded like some 12-year-old kid.
I don't
Some
know.
12-year-old boy.
That sounded like an Arab chick to me, but whatever.
No, it sounded like a 12-year-old Arab boy.
Luckily, the first thing on top of my Facebook is something about Conor McGregor. I would have totally forgot about that.
I think we need to address what just happened, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. Did that pick up really well?
I heard it.
Okay, good. I don't know what that was about. I mean, I'm sure that was a fucking prank call.
No, I'm
but-
sure it was. It's just like, the fuck?
Yeah, the fuck is right. I have no fucking clue.
That was knuckin' futs because, like, you just, like, That was literally, you decided to answer a call in the middle of the podcast, and it was that.
I know. T-shirts. T-shirts.
Could have been your doctor, your gynecologist.
Well, it said anonymous on it. It said anonymous.
I couldn't see that from here, but I did see it.
Yeah, I don't. That was bizarre.
You don't remember anybody from Pample's class?
Well, no, because I'm running it down. There's nobody from that class that was like a psycho, other than that one kid that I told you about.
No, like I feel like he was probably about as tall as I am, sitting down.
No.
No little brown kids in your class with little freshman voices.
No. I honestly don't know who the fuck that was.
I think you have a stalker.
Maybe I have a stalker. I was about to say that.
I think he's watching us now. I really do feel like he is around, and
but how would he know that I'm here?
Stalkers know where you go.
That's true.
That's what stalkers do.
Hey, you know what? This might be an FBI guy. You know, because maybe I'm getting stopped by the FBI now, and this is their sign.
Okay.
No, because he was telling me fucking Pample's. I don't know.
Well,
telling me I play the guitar. By the way, guys, really quick. I bought a bunch of shit for the fucking movie. And a lot of that shit, I bought police uniforms and I bought fake guns and all this shit. And I totally think eventually the police are gonna be or not the police, but there's gonna be a fucking pizza truck outside my house that's just chilling there at some point.
I'm looking at his Facebook right now. Look at this.
What the fuck?
Of course, somebody saying this stuff would call you.
I know. What the fuck, dude? To be rude. Oh, my God.
We can't say this stuff.
No, we can't. We can't say any of this.
We're uncensored, but we can't say this stuff.
I have no fucking idea. Yeah, this person. Oh, my God. If you want to go to this person's Facebook, go ahead. This is just fucked up.
Tyrone. I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should publicize him. Really.
We already said his name.
Yeah, so we're not gonna publicize him anymore.
Or, yeah, if you want to go back and listen to that, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know. This is fucking creepy. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, he's friends with a bunch of people, so I have. Who's that in the picture in the background?
This? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You have to know this person.
I don't know who this is.
These are all your jokes.
These are kind of my jokes, but I'm not gonna lie. I have no fucking idea who this is. And I just,
Okay, moving on from there. Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather are fighting.
Are you really gonna? Because I'm creeped out now. That's really fucked up.
It is really weird. I feel like we're gonna get ambushed and murdered as soon as we walk out of here.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
They're calling.
Do I dare?
You dare.
Okay.
Keep it by the mic.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, it's Tyrone.
I don't think this is Tyrone.
Hello, it's Tyrone.
No, this is.
Hello. I just want to ask how much you charge for the cocaine.
I don't charge anything for cocaine because I don't sell cocaine. I do not. What?
Free cocaine? Where my did you stop?
We're gonna have to bleep that out.
How much you charge for cocaine?
Yeah.
Taekwon Foster?
I'm gonna.
Taekwon Foster.
Do you know Charles?
Oh, Charles?
Williams?
Yeah.
Williams.
I know the dude. Yeah.
That's my.
All right. I would have to hang up the phone now. I don't. Oh God, this is just getting worse and worse.
I think I might. I don't know if I should, cause it's like Louis C.K. I could bleep it out, but they're gonna.
No, you have to bleep that out. But
we definitely
have to have this.
We're gonna keep that in there.
We have to have this.
Okay.
I mean, I could hear laughing in the background.
No, I heard that too. I heard
that the first time too.
I thought I heard a girl's laugh in the background.
So.
But I heard. You remember Taekwon Foster?
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah,
and
then
obviously
Charles.
Yeah.
You know who Charles is? He's this badass kid that goes to
Nobody knows who Charles is unless they know
They
us.
know him. I guarantee you, he's gonna be famous. He's got some freaky fucking hair, and he's a rapper.
And he's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's smart
really
too.
Is a smart guy.
He's gonna be famous one day. One day he's gonna be. I'm calling it. Anyway, so I guess if they call again, fuck it, I'll pick it up. But anyways. So I was talking who was I talking to about this? I was talking to maybe Alexa and Abby about this. They were at my house the other day. Those are my cousins, by the way. I think Floyd Mayweather might win. The only thing that would take me away from that is that he's like in his 50s and Conor's almost entering his 30s, but I don't know. I mean, you got somebody who's really good at defense, and then you have somebody.
Yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have someone who's really good at defense, and then you have someone who's really good at offense. And it's usually the people who do defense usually end up winning because they end up draining the other person, and then they come in later.
Yeah. Well, see, I was watching some coverage on this today on ESPN, and basically, they were like saying. You got a 49-0 undefeated boxer, and you have a nothing martial artist because they're doing it in a boxing setting. So you have a martial artist from the UFC coming into a boxing setting. So they think that that's enough to basically just favorite Floyd Mayweather for this fight. Even though he's like, how old is he?
I think he's like 51.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
He's still pretty
and he's
fit.
flawless, right? I mean, he ended flawless.
Yeah, well, he's 49-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's undefeated.
So if he beats Conor,
he's undefeated, and they're playing his own sport.
Yeah.
So, but they were saying, they were like, why would he put himself up to this when he's, basically asking to lose? He's going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah. I mean, he has a shit ton of money, but this is just more money.
They're both going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, this is just more money to pile on that ton of money.
Millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, there's reports of him making $100 million and Floyd Mayweather making $200 million, and in that area but there's no official. But that's going to be...
I didn't read up too much on it. Do you know who's hosting it? Is it going to be boxing or UFC?
Boxing.
Okay.
Boxing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Boxing's gonna host it. It's gonna be on Showtime, I think, HBO or something like that.
Something. Yeah.
And we will watch it.
I'm really excited about it
because
it's been like probably a whole year since they've been talking about this fucking shit.
Yeah,
probably.
And I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, we knew it was gonna happen, and it was almost talked about so much that it was like, okay, it's going to happen. It's just, there's no official label on it.
Yeah.
So when it finally became official, it was like, okay.
It was funny because I saw a Facebook post like 2 days before, and it was some guy saying it's never going to happen. And then 2 days later, of course.
Oh, did you see this post?
Yeah.
And you realize that's not Floyd Mayweather?
No, I who is that?
It's just some old guy that he was like... I don't know who it is. It probably is somebody. I don't know who that is, though.
Maybe, is that 50 Cent, maybe? Look up 50
Cent doesn't look that old. That guy is old.
50 Cent's pretty old, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like that. No. 50 Cent.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
He's only 41. This guy here does not look 41.
No, he looks maybe like
61.
60, yeah. Isn't that sad, though? That's what black people get to look like when they're that old. They look good. They look fucking good.
They look all right. Conor McGregor doesn't look bad either.
No, he doesn't. But he's like, what? Like, I think he's like 29, 30, something like that.
And also that, like, people are speculating that he's going to retire after this fight.
Well, he hasn't. Oh my God. Wait, never mind. Oh, it's Tom. And you just said okay to your 6:30.
Because it's almost 6:30. I told Tom we were going to hang out at 6:30 and at 6:23, and we're only just about halfway through this podcast.
Yeah.
He's going to have to wait a little while. Maybe we'll call him. I don't know.
Maybe.
If we do call him, we will not tell him that he's on the podcast because he won't talk.
No. Absolutely not. I was actually going to ask you, like, do you want to just go and do the podcast at his house and then hang out? I was like, never mind. We're not doing
Sounds good on the outside. You know it's
a
fail on the inside.
No. If we ever had to do it at his house again, we're just not going to give him a mic. It's not. No. We can't even risk. I mean, like, what would he say that would be, like, necessary? Honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have to say I think Mayweather is probably going to be the winner.
Yeah, I think Mayweather is going to be the winner there, too.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break.
All right, we'll be back.
All right, we are back.
Wait, did you record that?
No, I did not.
No, okay. Anyways. We're back.
So this episode, I wanted to do kind of like a State of the Union with Zach from his perspective, but I'm calling it the State of the Podcast. I wanted to do this a lot earlier and kind of surround it with the podcast, but that little boy, I still think it's a little boy.
I think it's someone our age. I think they were just making a voice.
That personality of a little boy kind of intervened here, but so basically what this is, it's basically an interview to you about the podcast and how you go about the podcast, because this is something that I've been thinking about for a while and that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Whether it was on or off the podcast, and I decided just to do it on the podcast because maybe I can get more out of you. I don't know.
Okay.
So we've been doing this podcast for 6 months now almost. We're almost a quarter of the way to 100. Almost halfway to 50.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Next week will be halfway to 50.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going so far?
I think it's going pretty good. I think we were better off in the beginning, but I think part of it for us losing kind of views now. Fuck off, Tom. I think part of it's just because like people aren't in school. I feel like that's one of the main reasons why, because it's the summer, and I'm sure not a lot of people like are like me and you, where we actually like listen to podcasts as like a normal thing. I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, there's a podcast happening at Moraine, or people that we know are listening to it, but people are fucking busy right now. They're on vacation.
Well, see, you know? I was going to bring up the numbers later, but since you're talking about it now, I was thinking that, and that's one of the things I wrote down here as a possible reason why podcast numbers are going down, because my question that I had for you was, why do you think the numbers are going down? And I said, well, school's out now, so me and you and most of the people in our generation, they listen to stuff while they're in class or while they're doing about their daily things at school. And now that there's no classes, it's kind of one less reason to listen to something. It's that time that is taken away to listen to our podcast. And that I didn't really I don't remember what our last episode was right after school has ended, but I should go back and look at that, because I went to SoundCloud and I looked at our numbers. And one possible factor that I thought about, and that actually was brought up by Humna, because I talked to her about this, is when we went uncensored at first, then we went to censored, and then we went back to uncensored. And she brought that up as a possible reason, whether we abruptly changed or abruptly went back to being uncensored. Maybe it was a lot. I don't know.
I don't really think it had anything to do with that, because if you look at the stuff that wasn't censored at all, I mean, it has just as many views as like the rest of them, right?
Right.
I mean, it's like normal.
And the reason I went to SoundCloud is because that was where we were getting a lot of our views either way. And with our first 9 podcasts, which are uncensored, we had average of 46 views per podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
And the next 8, which were censored, we actually had 2 more, 48 on average. And then the past 6 going back to uncensored, an average of just 14.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
No, and clearly the numbers of the SoundCloud at least have shown me like that
Yeah.
doesn't tell me anything.
And I mean, you look at one of our most vulgar episodes, "Oh the Cringe." That's our most popular one.
Yeah,
on SoundCloud.
it
It's
is.
almost at 100.
And that was a censored one.
Yeah, it was censored, but it was very.
So
I mean, it was very fucking vulgar.
our last podcast was the day after we ended.
Oh, that's cool.
School.
That's cool. You do that.
How do
How you have the shit up there on your calendar.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's just neat.
I see. And so how many weeks have gone by since? Because like if we're gonna put the school as the factor, that would be we've had how many episodes? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th episode after school has ended. And
Yeah.
we've had... So that could be a possible factor because the last 6 episodes have only been averaging 14 views. We've been out of school for 5 weeks now.
I was also going to say it's the summertime, and people who aren't on vacation are also probably doing more work hours.
True.
That's another thing, you know. So I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with like the censorship or anything. I just think that it's totally, it's the summer, you know, and people are doing their thing. And
so you think it's because it's summer out and people are doing other things?
I totally think that's the reason.
Okay.
And we're not like, you know, kind of famous in the mainstream, so they're not. I'm sure the people that do continuously listen to our stuff, they either know us or they're like, oh, I like these guys, I'm gonna keep listening to them.
Well, obviously, a lot of people don't like us that much because our views have went down significantly.
But, you know, there's still enough people, though. They still come back every once in a while. It's not like we're getting 0 views, you know?
Right.
So,
Close
I mean,
to it.
as long as we're having people listen to us, I mean, I really don't care about the views as much right now. I mean, the way I look at this, I think it's a really cool thing to, like, say, like, 2 or 3 years from now, like, come back and listen to some of these and go, oh, wow.
Right.
Like, you know, this is what was going on at this point, and you know, this and that, and like look at the dates when they were uploaded. Like, oh, it's just cool.
Okay.
It's like almost like a time capsule, you know, kind of like that a little bit.
I see what you're saying.
I just think it's cool, but I mean, I do think I think if we what's that thing, boost post? I think we boost some of our post on Facebook, which is just like adding some money in.
Well,
I think it would be a better thing to do too.
I think we should do that, but I don't think that should be just any like
no, I think that
podcast
should
post.
be if it's a really good podcast, or if we're uploading a video, or if it's something about the movie.
That, or if it's, I think we could do one where it's just a general like, hey, listen to the podcast overall, like, and we link our SoundCloud and our YouTube to it.
Oh yeah.
And not, you know, just one specific episode.
Yeah.
But the episode one is fine. I just feel like we'd put more money into one general post. So you think that people will come back?
Oh yeah, definitely
during the fall and listen.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I don't have any like I have faith that people will come back. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
He has faith. He's an atheist, though.
I have faith. Yeah. I'm not an atheist, though.
I know,
I'm like spiritualist or whatever the fuck I'm conjuring up. I don't know.
Spiritualist. Environmentalist.
Sure, why not? Fucking, who was that lady who was going to run, who was afraid of Wi-Fi? Jill Smith?
Jill Stein.
Jill Stein, yeah.
I almost said Betsy DeVos, which is the education secretary. She's afraid of bears.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from that. Your philosophy, in my opinion, for how you approach each podcast has been like small prep work, and that's not a knock on you. It kind of is.
No, if you want to knock on me, it's fine.
From my background and where I'm growing, that is a knock on you. But everybody has their different ways. Small prep, and you like conversation to lead. And you don't really bring any set interest of talking points to the podcast like that you openly talk about beforehand. So I wanted to ask you what you think your approach is to the podcast each and every week.
I think we've talked about this, how like mostly what we talk about is like really not even about us. It's usually about other stuff. But like I think the best podcast we do is when I almost forget that I'm behind a mic talking and it's recording. And I think the last one we did, I actually really liked The Art of Manscaping, and like I was listening to it, and I think it's just what happens with every podcast. Like right in the beginning, it's kind of like it's like, hey, we're doing a podcast, and then like after like the 10-minute mark, it's like it kind of smooths out. And I think it's way better when you have guests. I think it's almost like me and you are like entertainers, and then we kind of like keep things moving.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But anyways, the Art of Manscaping. It was like when we were talking about shaving down there. I honestly like that's not something I really wanted to talk about in the podcast, but it was just something I thought I should bring up. And then like when you uploaded it, I'm like, oh yeah, we literally talked about shaving our shit. And I don't know. I just think, I think when we kind of come up with just topics or just kind of like you said, conversation ensues. It's like, I think that's the best flow in a sense, because it's like you're just kind of talking.
Now,
you know what I mean?
That I know what you mean, because I totally agree at that point. When conversation starts to go, it's the best thing ever, because people start to listen better, and we start to actually make people, I feel like we make people feel from the outside when we're talking, and they're almost like in the conversation with us.
Yeah.
And they feel engaged, and we're engaging. But my thing is, do you disagree that if we had like set topics, like not a set theme, but we had like a list of topics that we wanted to go over? Because you know how Bill Burr sometimes talks about what he writes down and what he wants to go over. Do you think if we did something like that, it would almost clash with your idea of conversation flow?
I don't think so at all. I just think sometimes, I think the problem that me and you have, if like me and you try to do something, maybe sometimes the other person's not super into it too much. Like I know when you're doing like sports talk, and it's like I'm kind of there. Like I really don't have anything to like add to it. And then it's like there's certain points that, like I was kind of pissed at you a little bit on the Bill O'Reilly podcast, because you were kind of making me lead the whole thing a little bit, and I kind of wanted you to at least add some stuff, and you were kind of making me lead it, and I didn't want to lead it. I just wanted it to be our normal podcast just with that theme. I didn't want to be like the leader.
Right.
I don't like that.
I wanted you to lead for the most part, because it was all of your prep work.
Well, all I had was like a game, and we were talking shit about them.
Yeah, but you did.
That's what I wanted it to be.
You
just
did all the prep
shit
work
about them.
Which we could do another Bill O'Reilly episode. He's fired now, so.
Yeah, well, he's doing his own podcast, but I haven't
listened to it.
No, well, I'm not gonna fucking pay for it. Yeah.
So. Why do you not think prepping or having overall topics is good? Like,
well, no, I agree with you. I think it's fine if we do.
Okay, so why don't you do it?
Well, I don't know. I think when I was just not doing it over the school year, it's just because I just didn't feel like it. And now, I mean, these last few weeks, I've been nonstop rewriting the fucking movie, and then looking on Amazon and buying all this different shit.
So you're saying
I've been busy with something else. You know what I mean? And I like doing the podcast. I mean, I look forward to doing this every week, but it's like not on my mind. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we're gonna do this at some point during the week. You know what I mean?
Not gonna lie, that breaks my heart a lot.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's like I'm doing this other thing that I'm putting a bunch of money into, and it's like I'm kind of putting all my focus into that. I'm saying during the school year.
We're gonna end it here now. Okay, goodbye.
I'm saying during the school year, I did like kind of pay more attention to this, because this was like our main thing that we were doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this was our main.
But
like,
even then, you just said you didn't feel like doing anything for it.
Well, no, I was just kind of lazy. Like maybe I thought I was gonna write down some stuff, but then like whenever I did, it was like I don't even really want to talk about these topics anymore. For me, at least, like I would never write down anything that I'd really want to end up bringing up later on. It's just like I would end up looking at my phone notes and be like, well, I could bring some of this stuff up now, but we're talking about this and that. I think the very first time we had Phil on, the Jesus podcast or whatever, I think I had a whole thing of notes on my either my iPad or my phone, and I was just like, I'm just not gonna bring that up. We're talking about Area 51 and fucking dinosaurs,
and
whatever.
Just because we have notes doesn't mean we have to like use any of it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's flowing good.
It's just there, kind of as a backdrop, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
It doesn't have to be used at all. Like I always write notes, and we rarely ever talk about anything on here. Like I have pages of notes, and we rarely ever talk about anything.
Yeah. But I don't know. I kind of have. I mean, I kind of have a lot of faith in you because I think you pay attention to the news probably more than I do, a little bit too. And you do the notes usually. But I mean, if you really would want me to, I mean, like.
Well, see, I do want you to, because my thing is, when we come to the podcast each and every week, I feel like we're almost going in blindfolded, because I've told you this before. We're nobodies, basically.
Oh, no, we are.
We are nobodies, and we're trying to go up.
Well, we're famous peoples that are nobody right now.
We are famous nobodies.
Basically, yes.
And so I think just coming into it like a nonchalant conversation is a little bit too small for where we're at in this process right now. We need something to grow us. And to come into it blindfolded every week like we're professionals, I think is a little bit, it's not bringing enough to push us forward.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, there's not enough going on in our personal lives to be, we're not Casey Neistat, we're not Bill Burr, we don't travel, we go to school and we work 9-to-5 jobs still, so we can do this. So, and we hang out with one other guy once a week, basically. And I have a girlfriend now for the past 2 months. And so, like,
there's not too much. I
right.
Get it.
And so I'm just saying our whole nonchalant approach to this, I think if we planned out some things and some intensifying things, some engaging things for people to listen to, or, you know, not even to, like, plan an episode, but to, like, plan some notes just in case. Yeah. I think that could bring us more to talk, you know, to sound more engaging if we were to bring some of that stuff up.
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, not earlier, but I mean just, like, earlier generally, probably right before school was going to end. Like, I wanted to start doing, like, little games here and there. You know what I mean? Because we had a game on here, but that's on a podcast that is now deleted, sadly. But, should I even? I mean, I do want to reintroduce it. So should I even bring it up?
I don't care.
No,
you don't have to say who was in it.
I want it. No, because like I want it to be kind of like a surprise. Okay. Never mind. No, look, we did a game that was basically very inappropriate, and we'll reintroduce it. But I'll do like a political one. I'll do like, you know, a different version or something.
Yeah,
like that.
That's good.
And then I did like that one that we did on the Bill O'Reilly podcast, but that one's really hard because like, trying to like find quotes from people who are fucked up that are funny. Like I was trying to look up a bunch of Mel Gibson stuff, and it's like,
well, you should do like a Mel Gibson, Charlie Sheen one.
See, that's what I did, and there's not a lot of quotes out there that like you wouldn't. I don't know. It's like they're not even really that funny. You know what I mean? Okay. And I just want, if we're gonna have a game on the podcast, I would like it to have some bit of comedy. I don't want you to just. I don't want to fucking like have like little excerpts of the fucking Mel Gibson fucking like phone call where he's like, "You fucking Jew," or whatever the fuck. When he was bitching at that girl that recorded it all. Like, I don't want to just have like stuff like that because it's like I almost feel like it's too much. It's been regurgitated too much, and I don't know. I need to find a better edge to it. But the game that we did on the podcast that was now deleted. I would like to reintroduce that, but I just, like I said, I haven't really had any time to.
And some other things that I think we should look into add is just segments, you know?
Yeah.
Like reoccurring segments each week. I know this one sports podcast that I listen to, what's it called? I don't even know. Well, I gotta look now. But, hold on. I gotta look first. Pardon My Take. It's called Pardon My Take. It's these two weirdos that I don't even know if I like, but I listen to it anyways. They basically
this guy passed by us twice. He's looking at us. I don't like that.
That's
Anyways.
the guy. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not the guy. Imagine if that was the guy.
It'd be weird. That would be really weird.
Oh, and here's his friend.
Hey, Paco. I feel like his friend's.
Oh,
I feel like his name is Paco.
I look at somebody like that and I'm like, how is that a person? Like, what's going on in their head?
Well, I just like I wonder, like, it's 7 o'clock. It's almost 7 o'clock. Why are they here at the college? But then, like, so are we.
They're obviously not doing a podcast, so get the fuck out of here. I mean, I guess there's probably classes going on, but I mean, there has to be. There has to be.
That was Nicole.
No, she was way
stuff.
too like skin, too skinny.
Okay.
Anyways,
we're done. What was I gonna say? Oh, the podcast I listen to, Pardon My Take. It's presented by Barstool Sports. Shout out to them. I don't know if I like them yet, but I listen to them anyways. They do like little segments. Like sometimes they'll just, like it's almost like inside joke segments. Like they'll just like say this like blah blah blah. This is the segment, and then they'll say, I don't even remember some of they have they literally just have so many little segments that they just bring them up whenever. There's no like set time for them. It's just something that like clicks with them, and then they say it, and then they present it.
Well,
and
really quick, I was just gonna suggest something. I mean, like now, like after this week, I should be done with like all the fucking writing bullshit. So, like, if you'd want, we can like call each other like one day each week.
I was gonna
go over stuff.
I was gonna suggest this was gonna be off air, but I was gonna suggest like just once a week we get together and we just have like not just for the podcast, just like for the network, just like a production meeting, and we go over ideas like because we do need to start doing stuff other than the podcast and the movie that we want to do.
Yeah.
So we could just jot down ideas and start planning some other things, just like a once a week production meeting, or even like once every other week.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm totally down.
For the podcast, yeah, we could just like text each other, whatever, talk about some stuff here and there.
Because like I said, I mean, I kind of it's funny that you're bringing all this stuff now, because I was like thinking about this probably like at work or something. I was just like thinking like we're really not doing much, and the views are going down, and it just seems like, I think it's like what you said, like that's a perfect word, nonchalant. Like it just kind of seems like we're just another podcast, and there's really no reason to listen to us in a sense other than if you like us as people.
And
you know what I mean?
And we're not doing anything. I feel like we haven't been doing anything but showing up to do the podcast in order to grow it, or the network. We haven't been producing anything else, and we do need to start doing that.
Oh, that was right in there.
That's why we also need to start doing video podcasts.
We totally should, but it's just I'm gonna once I get my computer, I'm gonna take all my fucking photos on this. I'm just gonna put it on there. I don't want them on my phone anymore because it's like 3 gigabytes.
Yeah, I don't have any photos. I delete most of my photos.
Well, no, because like I'm like a hoarder of memes. Like as soon as I find a meme that I really like, I'm like, I want to fucking screenshot this, and I never use it.
I went to my cousin's graduation party last weekend, and she is the exact same.
Yeah.
You did not meet her.
No, I did not.
No, you did not. But she was showing me a bunch of memes, and they were actually funny. But I was like, you would really get along with my one friend Zach.
Yeah.
You know, the one that's with related to Selena Gomez.
Yeah. Well, she's not related to her.
Married into the family.
I'm sure if Tom listened to this podcast, which he secretly does, he would totally point that out.
He would, but that's the only reason he's my friend anymore.
Yeah, probably at this point, yeah. So is there any more questions?
I was just going to ask you, and we've went over this before, why do you want this podcast? Why
well, like I said,
why is this something that you want to do?
I think if you haven't gone to her website already, Tyler's girlfriend wrote an article, or it's not an article. What would that just be like a description of the website?
I mean,
it's an article, but
I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna have like a blog. Like she could start maybe a blog on the website, but I don't know. She called it an article, so I call it an article.
It's an article. Anyways, if you read the article, Okay, I'm like, I have dead air now. I have no idea where.
If you read the article, why do you want the podcast? I was asking you. Why did you do the
podcast?
Oh,
hello, hi. Well, I think, like I said earlier, it's kind of like a time capsule, but it's also like I feel like, I mean, I know you maybe have always wanted to do something like this, but so have I. I mean, I think I started listening. I think the very first podcast I ever started listening to was maybe Joe Rogan's or maybe Mark Maron's WTF. One of those. It was around the same time. It was around sophomore year. And it's just because a buddy of mine was telling me, like, oh, if you ever get, if you ever want to listen to somebody, listen to these people. They always have cool people on. I'm like, okay. And then I know what happened. I was in second, the second hour thing, like the half an hour thing.
Yeah.
I was getting so fucking bored in it, and all I was doing was watching George Carlin clips, but then, or they watch like full George Carlin comedian special hours, but then they kept taking them down, and at a certain point, they took so many fucking down, they left one that's like from 1994, but the problem with it is that there's some guy, after every fucking joke that he does, there's this guy that in the background that goes, woo! Every fucking joke, and it ruins the whole special. So I was like, I can't watch this every day because I'm gonna want to fucking find out where this guy lives. I'm gonna want to find out who that guy was and kill him. So I think I started listening.
If the FBI is listening to you, you're not gonna live very long after this podcast.
They already got the pizza truck ready. Anyways, so I started listening to Joe Rogan and then Mark Maron. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Because I didn't really, because I was like, it's kind of like radio, and I don't listen to any radio, so it's like, why would I want to listen to something that's like that? And then, like, once you listen to it, they're swearing, and it's like, they're talking about stuff I never really even thought about too much, and it's like, oh, this is like a whole nother fucking thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's almost like Howard Stern, but on the go. That's like how I thought of it, and it was like, open up this whole fucking thing. And then Rooster Teeth, the company that I've been watching for years, I didn't know they had a fucking podcast. And I started listening to theirs, and they have like 3 or probably like 5 or 6 of them or something like that. But I listen to a lot of their shit and all that. So it's just, I've wanted to do this for a while. Like, this is something that I think is real cool that me and you get to do. I think this is awesome.
Just
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I get hyped about doing it every week, but it's like you said, sometimes we're going in completely blind, and it's like, God, I wonder if this is going to be an okay episode.
Right, and
there's that slight anxiety.
That I think if we did just a little bit of planning, you wouldn't have that slight anxiety, except for like, the only anxiety you would have in terms of that would like, can we execute this? What we talked about earlier this week? Can we execute it now? Instead of saying, what the hell are we gonna do?
Well, we've been lucky though these last few weeks because like stuff has been happening.
Yeah.
You know, with like was last week? No, that wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago with the fucking Kathy Griffin shit, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't that the same podcast with that dude who threw the no hitter? Was that the same one?
Yeah,
it was the same one.
It was.
And then last one, I don't know if anything really happened, but that podcast we did in this room, right?
Yeah.
And then we did that pretty quick, so it was a good one.
Yeah.
I told you I listened to it. It was a good one, but I don't know. I mean, I really enjoy doing this. I mean, it's really cool, you know. So I mean, the only reason why I really want to do it is because it's something fun. And I was thinking about this the other day, like, what if I had started this podcast with another human being other than you? And it's like, I don't know if it would have worked out. You know, because me and you are both people who dedicate ourselves to things. You know what I mean? And I think that since me and you are so opposite, it leads to interesting, like, if you're with somebody who is constantly on your side or agree with you, you're never going to get that conversation where, like, the other person is like, really? And like, you kind of talk about it. You know what I mean?
Like, if I always said I agree with you, we would have such short conversation.
We would be dead right now.
I don't think we would be friends.
Like, I don't know.
Our relationship is based on debate almost a lot of times. Like, me and you debate probably more than we ever debate on this podcast, which is what I want. Like, I don't think me and you have ever had like a huge debate like we.
Other than the drugs and beer one.
And that was
a while
That was
ago.
before Steve,
That was a long fucking time ago.
That was that was too long ago. So
and like I can remember it too, like little images in my head. Like I can remember you having my hand on the iPad. Do you remember that for the president thing?
Oh,
you were swearing me into oath. You remember that? Yeah, I remember that.
That was back in January.
That was a fucking long time ago.
Looking at.
Dude, they're probably like thinking the same thing. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? It's Thursday and you're just doing some random shit you could be doing at your house.
Right.
You know? They have no fucking idea. Whatever. They're not going to be famous in like 2 years. So
they're not going to be famous. Nobody's like us. All right. Well, I think that's the episode there.
It would have been so awesome if we actually got that in like an hour, like on the dot, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was trying to get it to the hour, and we did good.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
All right. So, shout out to our new social media manager, Humna.
And hopefully she'll be on the next podcast. And, and also I'm going to make, I'll probably make, well, you guys are probably going to hear this after the post is made, but there will be another post on the fucking, the Facebook page that we have. It'll be about all the roles that need to be taken up. It's only, I mean, a lot of them, there's only about 3 or 4 of them that need to be taken up that are kind of like almost like lead roles. But literally, the thing that boggles my mind is that they're the ones with like the least fucking lines. And of course, they're the ones that aren't being taken up, but I need them. So if you want to be a fucking, I guess I do need an actress for one scene. If you're an actress and you just want, it's literally like you're not going to get any lines. You're literally going to be like the center of attention in that scene. Hit us up. And then if you're an actor or whatever, just please, we have a bunch of like roles with like you have one line that needs to be filled up, and you would literally only be on like the set for one night. And then we need a bunch of extras, too. So, literally, if you want to be part of this film, it's a free thing, like I said, but it'll be fun. And it'll be fucking, just like Donald Trump. I promise you, it'll be great.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. And we're starting soon. So, please hit us up. Yeah.
All right. We got 2 new posts on Instagram.
Oh, shit.
If you want to read about those real quick.
Did she really already do that?
Yep, she did.
Oh, look how many likes on that one.
Yeah, I know.
18 fucking likes. Dude,
we're freaking out about 18 likes.
Dude,
right
we're
now.
Fucking killing it.
This is a picture we took right before we started recording.
Yeah.
She wanted some pictures, and we sent it to her. And this one says, because Zach decided to go with his dad this weekend, the boys had to record earlier than normal, but don't worry, the conversation will still be relevant as usual. Peep our new website on the TV behind. #podcast, #conversation. And you can find the website link in the description. And here is Steve Bomar. He only gets 1 like, and it is Steve Bomar that liked it. You want to read it, Zach?
I will read this. All right, Alleged Network. This man at Steve Bomar right here is Zach's other half, even though he could be an ass to him. Steve Bomar, this is all false. I hate Zach Dorr.
And Steve's the only one that liked this post so far.
He's the only one who commented on it.
And he's the only one that commented on it.
That's a good picture of him, though.
That's not even the picture that I sent her. Do you want to see the picture that I sent her?
Yeah, show me the picture.
I got to show you on my phone because I don't have any more.
Okay.
I don't have any more ports on my computer.
Man, she fucking did that quick.
Yeah, I thought about sending her this photo, but I was like,
is that on his Facebook?
That's on his Twitter. And I didn't want to do it because like I didn't want to take a photo that he took away from him without telling him.
Yeah.
So I remembered I had this photo.
That's the one I took of him.
And I was
that
like...
was during the fucking...
the cringe.
The cringe, yeah.
Yeah, and I sent her that one because it's the one that we had taken ourselves, but she... No, she's pretty ruthless in this business. That's why she's good.
That's a better idea. And he liked it. So
yeah, he's fine.
He's fine with it. Oh fuck! I didn't even. Oh, I forgot to bring up. I'll bring it up now.
That's why you write it down.
I know. Well, no, because remember I asked you earlier if we are gonna bring it up later and whatever. because he reminded me of it. The Alleged Network, we are doing a documentary on the Browns band, Steve's band. I'm gonna make some questions this weekend, so maybe we can start production on that next week too. Hopefully, maybe, I don't fucking know. It just depends on scheduling and all that stuff.
Well,
but
slow down, Zach. We know you want to make a bunch of productions, but
I know. But
one at a time.
Well, a documentary though, I mean, literally all I would have to do is like get them all to come in one spot, and we'll go over like a mass amount of questions, and then Mariah, I know, has a bunch of footage of them. Steve has a bunch of footage. So it would just be kind of like mapping it out.
Whatever.
And then I can probably do profiles of each of them, like talk to them each individually on different days. And that would probably be the whole thing. It'd probably be like a half an hour documentary.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, we're doing a documentary on the Browns. Hopefully that would probably be done by December. The movie, I think that would be done probably by next summer with everything that will happen, because we got to shoot it all through up to September, have the edit done during the school year, and then just I would like to enter it into festivals, so maybe that's why I don't think we should put it on YouTube until we figure out the whole thing because I don't know if like festivals want you to premiere it at their places or like what the whole deal is with all of that. But I don't want to mess it up, because if it is good enough for a festival and try to entering it into like some of those competitions, I mean, I would love to do that.
That would be nice.
I would absolutely love to do that. Anyways, though, yeah. So look out for that shit for like the next 2 years or something. Yeah.
All right. You can like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow us there too at Alleged Network. You can go to our new website, www.allegednetwork.wordpress.com. Follow our social medias. Those will be linked down below. Follow our new social media manager. That will be linked down below. And have a good Father's Day weekend.
Yep. See you guys.
Happy Mother's Day.